One of the questions that is asked of me is how far the AI really can last and what can upset the apple cart. What can change the direction? Well, as I've explained before, it is the cost of capital which always tends to come and prick the bubble. I'll divide my answer into two parts. One is don't forget the fact that AI is here to stay. I'm not doubting of the capabilities of AI. In fact, other than the industrial and consumer uses, you may find that artificial intelligence use will increase over the next few years into military, into warfare, both land and water, and many uses and capabilities which are much, much beyond what you may think to be the case today. So, the capabilities, even the microprocessor chips that you are seeing, there will be more adaptations to the geopolitical use, military use. So, the capabilities of AI will increase and enhance immensely. You saw that um, that even in the past, this the science of this utilization of AI was there, but now I think as time passes, you will find more applications, more uses. So it's not going away. The problem is with the AI stocks and their valuations. Apple raising the prices of their products recently will also add to inflation, consumer inflation, retail inflation, and all these things combined with many other increase in prices of automobiles because of the metal prices increasing will add to more inflation. In fact, the CPI and the PPI data, which are due to be released this week, are definitely going to show an upward trend. And not only this month, but over the next several months, also, you may see the CPI, PPI, and the others, the PCE, the personal consumption expenditure index, is also one of the preferred gauges of Federal Reserve, will also all begin to show an upward trajectory. Kevin Walsh has tried to bring in some other people to be able to give their interpretations of inflation, of interest rates, and it would be, as far as I can see, they may also find it or struggle to deal with the inflation problem and the inflation mandate that the US Federal Reserve has got. There could be, in times to come, an inflection point where the rise in the interest rates will be far in excess of what most people imagine. To control inflation, the the time that the Federal Reserve realizes they may have to move the needle, that will be a rather difficult point. Can you get this in advance? Yes, by our own measures, data, analytics, we can determine all this much in advance. So you know when exactly this inflection point could be reached, which can move the needle, which can prick the interest rates. In the very short term, you find that the SpaceX was a wonderful IPO and people did very well. Elon Musk and his team came out with some very good ideas. And a similar, in fact, IPOs could also be forthcoming. As I told you, there could be military uses of AI, and then into space and other things may also increase. But what believe that out of the SpaceX IPO, there could be a lot of float coming into the market. So the lock-in periods are going to get over soon. So very soon you will start seeing scenarios where I think 20% comes on stream in just about a month from now, in the month of August. And then every few weeks you see 7% of more float coming into the stream. All this will impact the market, because more and more as more and more stock start coming into the stream, many of the people who were into the lock-in period will start now selling them, getting out, particularly SpaceX. Starting from the $134 stock price, it went up to over $210, and now it is receded to 150, which is so people may get scared that, well, we may go underwater and they may try to get out. This itself can lead to a vicious circle, and you may find that as more and more floating stock starts coming into the market, that may itself create a problem by itself. So this is something, the broad guideline I'm trying to give you about the various timelines. This itself will not break the AI bubble, but it's going to be one of the contributing factors. Other is, as I've explained to you, the CPI, PPI, and the projections of what we believe will be the important parameters in times to come. Also, don't forget the fact that history of bubbles over the past 300 years has said that whenever the cost of capital goes up, the AI, the whatever may be the bubble, the dot-com bubble, the electricity, what at that time the valuations had gone sky high. At various points of time, various bubbles kept getting pricked. The subprime bubble, so all these things kept on coming on stream. And today you are seeing many science people are using AI and to create videos and even images of people speaking, impersonating people, that as if they are talking in a video when they're really not talking. So all these things will come into force and will create a havoc type situation, triggered. And this combined with the geopolitical crisis, which I believe in months to come is only going to increase. There's only a calm before the storm. All these things combined will lead to an unholy cocktail of things which can cause a major contribution. But as I explained, there are going to be certain uses of AI in healthcare, in modern warfare, which will keep the AI story intact in some form or the other. So the AI is not going to go away. Stock valuations can recede at various points of time. There will be one point of time over the next several years when the bust can be quite a major one. And if you ask me the question, have I been able to figure out? Yes, we have that timeline ready as well, but I'm just giving you a glimpse of what lies ahead. And to get to know more, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, you get interesting guidelines about where the stock markets across the world are headed. Do join our channel and do share our videos with many people who would like to know about the stock market, about the future of artificial intelligence stocks, the hyperscalers, and life beyond. So, and you can also join any of our Telegram channels where you get to know where the US markets are headed. You can do that by WhatsApping us 732-732-2720. Happy investing. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.